and they rejoiced. It worries me when you get into a group of people, and it could be church family, it could be preachers, it could be youth camp or anywhere, and all of a sudden you have to entertain to energize. Man, you got to have somebody, you almost have to play, come on baby, light my fire, just to light somebody's fire. And it's just kind of nuts that you have to have something so worldly to get people excited about anything. I got news for you, friend. I'm going to heaven. I'm pretty excited about that. Hey, I don't have to go to hell. I'm kind of excited about that. Hey, every wicked thing I've done is under the blood of Jesus Christ. I'm kind of excited about that. Hey, I got adopted into the family of God. I'm an heir of the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. I'm a co-heir with Christ. Hey, I'm a little bit excited about that. Not only that, God has called us and given us a purpose in His life. He didn't just say, hey, you're going to hell, you're going to heaven, and predetermined and knowing. Now you say, oh, don't you believe God's sovereign? Yes, He's sovereign. As a matter of fact, God is so sovereign that He can give us a free will and still know which way we're headed. Amen. Hey, look up in here. You may not have caught that, but there's a lot of false teaching going on around the world today, and a lot of it surrounds this thing called Calvinism, which means that God is so sovereign that He is, and whenever the Bible talks about preordained, that you are preordained to go to hell or you're preordained to go to heaven. Listen, God is sovereign and He's omniscient. God knows everything. He knows the end from the beginning. In fact, for Him there is no beginning and there is no end. And He knows about it all. And He knows which direction we're going to go in. He knows whether or not we're going to be saved. He knows whether or not we're going to serve Him. He knows whether or not we're going to be faithful. He knows when we're going to die. He knows all those things ahead of time. But His knowledge is not causative. God is so sovereign that He can allow free will. Hey, I believe in a whosoever will God, not a whosoever is God. Whosoever is going to hell no matter what happens, and whosoever is going to heaven no matter what happens. Then why are we commanded to go out and teach people? And yet we're commanded that we're supposed to go and preach the gospel to every creature. Why is that? Because God hasn't picked them out ahead of time. They have to pick Him. He sent Jesus to die for everybody so that whosoever will may come. Whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved. That just means they have to call upon the name of the Lord. And how are they going to call on somebody in whom they don't believe? And how are they going to believe in somebody of whom they've not heard? And how are they going to hear without a preacher? Hey, if God's sovereignty includes choosing who's going to heaven and hell, we don't need preachers. And yet God keeps calling preachers.